most common mistake I see, especially with content creators, like they don't think that they're a business, right? So they just like go out there and just like start creating content, start like, making money, but they think they're just like a freelancer. Like, I'm kind of doing this thing. Like, no, you're a business.
All right, let's start with mistakes first and foremost. Let's get those out of the way. What are, let's say, 2 to 3 biggest mistakes that content creators / personal brands are making when it comes to write-offs, when it comes to starting off their business, however you want to go about this, right? 2, 3 mistakes they're making right now.
Yeah, I think the first mistake and the most common mistake I see, especially with content creators, like they don't think that they're a business, right? So they just like go out there and just like start creating content, start like, making money, but they think they're just like a freelancer. Like, I'm kind of doing this thing. Like, no, you're a business. The moment you start putting yourself out there and you start exchanging your services for money, you're a business. So what that means is you need to incorporate yourself, right? Get your documentation right. So start the LLC. And if anybody's asking as a content creator, what's the best entity for me to start at? It's an LLC. Start your LLC, get your EIN number, and open a business bank account. That's like the big 3. LLC, EIN, business bank account. Because like if you get that done, you're ahead of most people. So that's the biggest mistake I see people make. They don't have those 3 things in place. Now, mistake number 2 is, now that you have this business bank account, you need to start treating it as such. So you need to start, all the money that comes into your business, you need to start letting it come into your business bank account, not your personal account, because now you're mixing your personal money with the business money, and this gets real messy. You don't know how anything's working, right? So you have the money coming to your business account, but more importantly, you need to have all of your expenses coming out of that business account. And the biggest mistake that starting out content creators make is that they don't understand how many personal expenses become business expenses the moment they start their business. So for example, your cell phone, right? Like I have Verizon, my cell phone was like 107, my cell phone bill was like 175. And most people are paying that personally because that's a personal expense. But the moment you start a business and you start calling your clients, you start creating content on your cell phone, right? That cell phone now becomes a business expense. So now you can start writing off a portion of your cell phone and your cell phone bill. So I think the big mistake is that content creators don't understand that piece of how many other expenses, again, things they're already paying for that should be coming out their business. And then when expenses come out your business, they lower your income, and you lower your income, lowers your taxes.
That's good. When did you know you had something? Because again, you're doing taxes in a very, say, creator-friendly, modern way, right? When did you know that there was a market, a demand for this? When did you say, okay, hold up, I think I could get up out of this corporate space and really go all in on this? Yeah.
No. So I think when you know how you all as content creators, right? You might bring up CapCut or a software that you use all the time, and people are like, what'd you say? Like I never heard of that. So when you're so entrenched in what you know, you forget how much other people don't know about it. Right. So once I started asking some basic questions, like, do you have an LLC? Like, are you writing off your cell phone? Are you writing off your Apple Watch? Are you writing, stuff that I thought was intuitive nature? People were like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So I was like, okay, one, I know more than I think I know. But the second piece, when I really know I can get away with it or really go all in, is like when entrepreneurship became cool. Like, when COVID happened, it kind of made entrepreneurship like, this has to work or it has to work. So when entrepreneurship became cool and everybody started becoming entrepreneurs, I knew I had a unique opportunity because the tax code is created to benefit entrepreneurs and investors. And people don't know that the tax code is, if you're W-2, the tax code is not made for you. The tax code is made to benefit entrepreneurs and investors, because as an entrepreneur, every job that you create is one job that the government doesn't have to create. Right? Every job that you create is one less person that's on unemployment, or one less person on welfare. So due to that fact, the IRS will let you deduct or write off a lot of things that you would normally do. So for me, I'm like, okay, now that entrepreneurship is cool, now that, especially in Black culture, everybody's becoming an entrepreneur and everybody wants to make the bag. I'm like, bet, let's make the bag, but let's also keep the bag. So that's when I started really like teaching a lot online. And like, how fun is it to know that you can live your best life and get the IRS to help pay for it, right? So I started pushing that narrative. It started to resonate with people.